Hi guys, it's Miss Ainsley. Today we're going to make shark slime. And this slime recipe is taste safe, which means if you're playing with it and you get some on your hands and you decide to lick it or taste it, that's fine. It's not completely a snack though, so don't just eat your whole batch of slime. But it does make it safe for little hands that get exploring and might take a taste. So for this slime, you're going to need cornstarch, white chocolate pudding mix, blue food coloring, a little bit of water, 1/3 cup, a mixing bowl and spoon, a few measuring cups for your amounts, and the best part, some blue gummy sharks. So, the first thing that you want to do is get your dry ingredients in your bowl. First, I'm going to measure out a cup of cornstarch. So I got my cup of cornstarch, and now I'm going to put it in my bowl. Cornstarch helps to thicken things, so that's what will help our slime to thicken up. I'm just going to scrape some of the rest out with my spoon so I can make sure I have the whole cup in my bowl. There we go. Now I can put the lid back on my cornstarch. And the next ingredient that goes in is my pudding. So, I measured out 1/3 cup of the white chocolate pudding. It smells very good, very sweet. And that goes in with my cornstarch. And now I mix my dry ingredients together. Okay. And now I have 1/3 cup of water. I'm going to pour this in and stir quickly. A crumbly dough is going to start to form. And I can break the crumbs with my spoon. You can already tell it got very thick. Just breaking up the crumbles. And now I'm going to add in a few drops of blue food coloring to make it the color that I want. And keep stirring. There's 4 in there. The key to this is to stir very well until you get the right consistency of slime. And if it's too wet, you would add a little more pudding and cornstarch. And if it's way too dry, you would add a teaspoon of water at a time until it becomes the right consistency. The dough is still very crumbly, so I am going to add some more blue first because I don't see any of that blue color yet. And I'm going to add a teaspoon of water at a time. So I filled my measuring cup a little bit more. There we go. Alrighty guys, so I actually had to bring in my mom to help me because this stuff is thick. It's an arm workout. We had to add a lot more water. We added a teaspoon at a time, probably about 15 times. And I'm still thinking that it's a little too thick, but it did get the right color. And we did get in there with our hands too to try to mix it a little bit, and that worked because it made the powder incorporate more. Now it looks a little better to me. It's still sticky and thick, but that seems more like slime. So, what do you think? Does that seem good? Mm-hmm. All right. Mom agrees. That means it's an A+ job. So this is very sticky and is stretchy, but it does break. So you can play with it. And if you really don't like sticky things, or your child doesn't like sticky things, add more water and just make this like oobleck. Make it really runny. It's up to you. It's the consistency that you prefer. And then, see, it doesn't even want to come off my fingers. Oh my goodness. Very sticky. And now we're going to add some gummy sharks to top it. Grab them here and you can just make them swim. Here's another one. Make it swim in your slime. And you could even crush the gummy sharks up and like squish them into the slime if you wanted to. I'm going to choose to add mine just as the topping. And if you want to know what this tastes like, I'll tell you. It tastes like a weird consistency pudding. Very thick, kind of gluey texture, but it is sweet. So again, I just proved it. It's not going to hurt you if it gets in your mouth or you taste it, but I'm not going to eat this whole batch of slime because that would make me sick. Way too much sugar and definitely not a snack. But taste safe does make it a little more fun to play with. Another thing that you could mix into your slime if you didn't have gummies or you didn't want to put them in there because you're already on a sugar overload, you could take your ocean figurines from the sensory bin, the ones that you cleaned off with the soap foam, and you could put them in the slime and dig around in there and find them as a fine motor activity, and then just wash them off, because this does come off with water. I promise you, once I rinse my hands, I will not have this gunk on me anymore. But it is kind of fun to play with. It's sticky, and it was a workout too, so parents, you can get your workout in. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed making the shark slime, edible slime recipe. And let me know if you taste it, if you think it tastes good. Again, not a snack. Make sure that if you're tasting it, you're only trying a little bit. And I will see you next time. Bye guys.